Have you ever had financial setback in your life? Yes, I would say so, and it didn't feel nice either. It's hard to imagine losing $30 billion. What a staggering sum of money. It's a rarity even among billionaires who number in the thousands. You and your entire family may become incredibly rich if you were to inherit $1 billion. You'd become one of the most powerful persons on the planet if you had $30 billion in the bank account. There are countries in the world where that is higher than their GDP. However, Mark Zuckerberg actually suffered a loss of magnitude during the most recent market downturn. With a net worth of just $84 billion, Mark Zuckerberg has fallen far from being one of the world's 10 wealthiest individuals. During the most recent market turndown, how much money did you lose? Investors should not worry too much if they are committed for a long hold because market corrections are inevitable. In the end, they're just a part of the picture. The most important thing is to set aside your first $100,000. What genuinely sets you free is the volume of your investment portfolio, not the amount of you invest in yourself, your education, or your training. There is downside to investing, which is that you can only expect 10% return of your money per year. That's chump change to most folks who can only afford to invest a few thousand a year at the most. If you earn $1,000 a year, 10% of it is $100. That's not going to be taken seriously by anyone. 10% of $1 million is $100,000, which is more money than most individuals earn annually. The goal is to make your investment self-sufficient because so many people in the United States make less than $50,000 per year. $1 million is a lot of money. However, most people may expect to earn at least $100,000. When your investment starts to generate enough income to support themselves, you've reached your financial freedom. If you save $100 by the age of 30 and don't make a single investment, your $100,000 will grow to $2 million by the time you reach retirement age. However, once you've saved your first $100,000, the remainder of the process becomes much easier. Nonetheless, I want to emphasize that it depends greatly on your location. There are vast differences between the standard of living in the US and Thailand when it comes to the same number of people earning $100,000. Just for simplicity, we'll stick with the $100,000 standard. The primary question that needs to be answered is how one may save their first $100,000. How much you're willing to give up will determine which method is best for you. You may save 70% of your income by living on a limited income for a few seasons, or you may be a little more carefree and live a little more easily, but it will take forever. To help you get started, here are 5 strategies to get your first $100,000. Please like and subscribe to this video before we continue. Number 1. The property market. This is perhaps the greatest method for accomplishing that goal. Having assets rather than cash in the goal, as inflation will eventually erode the value of your cash. On the other hand, if you have assets, they will at least keep pace with inflation. The only real stumbling block is coming up with the initial deposit. There is no escaping the fact that if you don't own a home, you'll most likely to have rent one. It's possible to create equity over time by taking out a mortgage. While owning a home will have its own range of difficulties, rents also grows with the price of homes. Regardless of whether you stay or go, you can still make money from that location. Of course, this isn't a great solution for everyone, as a 20% down payment alone in Vancouver, where the typical property costs over $1 million, is out of reach for the majority of people. Because of low mortgage rates in the last 2 years, congratulations if you could reap the benefits of them. As an option, if you can't locate a decent price in the market, you may want to explore it. In spite of the downsides, owning a home is a great method to grow wealth. Number 2. Take a lead in any field. It's like this with any emerging software. The first to adopt a new piece of technology are the diehards, those who have a thorough understanding of the subject. There is a period of time before a product becomes widely accepted if it is of high quality. If it isn't, it will just fade away like so many other inventions before it, prior to the majority of people figuring out how it works. However, fanatics generate the majority of its revenue. NFT is a good illustration of this. Their popularity began to grow in 2020, yet they have been used since 2015. Another case is the use of virtual currency such as Bitcoin. They've been prominent as of 2017, although Bitcoin was founded in 2009 in response to the housing market meltdown. It's a similar situation with the App Store. Apple launched the App Store in 2008, the same year it unveiled the iPhone. WhatsApp, for example, was established by developers who recognized the promise of the App Store. Take a close look at new developing technologies, gain a thorough understanding of them, and then cash in on the opportunity when it arises. Number 3. A second job or business venture. Even if secondary hustles aren't traditionally associated with financial success, that isn't the case anymore thanks to the internet. On Fiverr, there are users that bring in more than $100,000 a year through their gigs. Even though they make up only a small percentage of the workforce, freelancers are becoming more and more common. Getting a full-time employee is no laughing matter. Do you have an estimate of the amount of taxes that must be paid for each worker? As a tiny firm, you'll have to pay a lot of money for insurance. More small firms are hiring freelancers. Publishing a successful blog might not bring in a six-figure salary, but if you work hard enough, you might earn hundreds or even thousands of dollars more each month. Freelancing is a great way to earn money on the side, whether it's blogging, photoshopping, reporting, creating, or anything else can be done remotely. Your freelance earning have to go to a savings or brokerage from which you can put it in Vanguard investment funds. Number 4. Consultative work. The internet has made it possible for us to find out about anything. Many people, on the other hand, would rather have someone else to do learning and research for them, saving them time and effort. You can take NFT as an example. Anyone entering this field can obtain all the information they want on the web, but firms continue to pay bucks to adolescents who have devoted endless hours researching NFTs. Anything is possible. You can teach youngsters arithmetic if you enjoy it. So many wealthy parents are concerned about their children's education. Also, it isn't a hard job. In time, it becomes second nature to do the same thing again and again. The most essential recommendation is that you must not spend the cash on yourself in any way. Investment or savings are the best options. Extreme frugality comes in at number 5. A few years of severe frugal living may be your only choice if you have unable to implement any of the aforementioned strategies. Honestly, I began my quest toward financial independence in this matter. I didn't have a lot of expertise at that time. Because I was just starting out, I was quite frugal with my spending. The amount of money I had accumulated over the course of a few years was sufficient for me to invest. To be honest, I don't think it's a good idea because there is only so far you can cut costs. In order to survive, you have to have a place to sleep and food to eat. Although $100,000 may seem like a large sum, it isn't when viewed in context. You won't become filthy rich from it, but it will put you in a place where you may begin accumulating riches. The place where you may put your worries to rest and be certain that your small tree will continue to develop regardless of the circumstances, even if you do not contribute to its growth. Let us know how much you like it by clicking the thumbs up button or by subscribing to our channel and turning on your alerts. Finally, thank you for tuning in and we'll see you next time.